It is time again to connect to Congress, a segment where we talk directly to Washington lawmakers that represent us here in the San Joaquin Valley. And right now we're talking to Democratic Representative of California's 21st Congressional District, Jim Costa, live from Washington, D.C. Good morning, Congressman. Thanks for joining us.
Good morning, Jim. It's always a good experience to be on Great Day.
And we appreciate it. Hey, tell us about your Emergency Wildfire Fighting Act that just passed the Natural Resource Committee.
Yes, this is legislation that gives another tool to the U.S. Forest Service to fight the wildfires that have been devastating in California in recent years. Congressman David Valadao and I are working on this legislation together. It's bipartisan. What it simply does is create another tool for fire management using aerial tankers to put out fires by creating a standard pallet that can be easily loaded and then dropped on fires that is much more efficient and much more capable of putting out fires when they begin. And so this is a tool to help improve our ability to fight fires, and it's a good piece of legislation.
And you've also, speaking of bipartisan, introduced two bipartisan bills to increase funding for conservation and water quality in the San Joaquin Valley. If those are passed, how will that work?
Well, it creates greater opportunities to recharge our groundwater. We've had extreme droughts in the past 3 years, and then in the last 5 months we've had record rainfall and snow in the mountains, so that we've had flooding conditions. Clearly, we need to be able to take advantage of this water so it doesn't simply go out to sea. And one of the ways that we can do that is by improving the National Conservation Resource agencies, that we can use funds to better manage our water resources, to recharge our groundwater, which has been depleted and it's created land subsidence. And so this is an attempt, along with my other bipartisan piece of legislation, the Canals Bill, which will upgrade the level of the Frank-Kern Canal that we are under construction on, the Delta-Mendota Canal, and the California Aqueduct, all in an effort to try to better manage our water resources by using all the water tools in our water toolbox.
You've also introduced a measure that would create 5 additional judgeships for the U.S. District Court of the Eastern District of California. Why are the additional judges needed?
Well, because the Eastern District, which stretches from the Oregon border down to Bakersfield, 8.5 million people, has the highest docket load in any of the 9th District Court of Appeals, and really one of the highest in the entire federal judicial system. You know, the old line, justice delayed is justice denied. These are citizens who have cases that are pending that may involve bankruptcy. They may involve criminal cases, they may involve civil cases, but yet they can't get into a courtroom for, it's not unusual, for a year or 2 years or longer. We have the average caseload of over 1,306 cases for each judge, and it's not changed since 1978. So this would add 5 new judges to the Eastern District over a period of 3 federal election cycles, which makes it bipartisan. So there would be 3 federal election cycles, so it would give different administrations opportunities to appoint these additional 5 judges, which would reduce the caseload significantly, which would allow citizens, 8.5 million people in our area, to be able to have access to the court when they're dealing with a criminal case, a civil case, or a bankruptcy effort, so that they can, at the end of the day, as we all know, have their day in court. As we said, justice delayed is justice denied. It's unfair for the people of our area to have this incredible delay in being able to get into the courtroom to have their case heard. And that's what this is all about.
And just one quick question on the former president who has pled not guilty to 37 federal charges. Are you seeing or feeling any kind of reverberations there in the House, particularly from the Freedom Caucus?
Well, you know, I think it's probably, for many of my Republican colleagues, a difficult issue to handle. I mean, the fact of the matter is that these 37 counts, if true, are extremely devastating. You know, we all take an oath when we are sworn into office to uphold the law and to protect and defend the Constitution of the United States from all enemies, foreign and domestic. I get intelligence briefings, you know, on a regular basis. I go into a secure area. I have to release my iPhone and any electronics in a locker. I have people that are there that observe when I'm reading classified documents. The mere thought that I would take any of those documents and put them in my pocket and walk out, I'd be tackled at the door. It's illegal, and the president knows that, and my colleagues know that. We all have to, every person in the United States has to comply with the law. No one is above the law, and clearly these are very serious charges, holding nuclear secrets, classified documents that involve our adversaries, and the intelligence that these men and women in the United States go to great pains and some sacrifice their lives to protect our own security is the most serious responsibility that a member of Congress has to protect and to guard these secrets, as well as the President of the United States.
All right, thank you, Congressman Jim Costa. We appreciate your time this morning.